Marshawn Kneeland, the Dallas Cowboys' rising star, died tragically at just 24 years old. His sudden death on November 5th shocked the sports world and broke the hearts of everyone who had come to admire him. From his teammates and fans to his family, who are still trying to understand how a young man with such promise could be gone so soon. The grief has been overwhelming for those closest to him. His parents and siblings described him as their pride, their gentle giant who carried both strength and kindness wherever he went. They spoke of his determination to make them proud, his endless hours of training, and his dream to give back to the community that raised him. But nothing could prepare them for this heartbreak, the silence left behind by a voice they thought they'd hear for decades more. From the very beginning of this tragedy, one person's sorrow stood out: his girlfriend, Catalina Mancera. She had shared not just his dreams but his everyday life, his victories, and his struggles. Catalina broke her silence 5 days after his passing, posting a message that stopped hearts across social media. "My sweet baby, words could never express how broken I feel," she wrote. "You're my everything. I'll love you forever, my beautiful angel." Her words carried all the pain of a woman who had lost not just a partner, but her future. It wasn't the polished statement of a celebrity. It was the raw cry of someone whose entire world had been taken away. Catalina and Marshawn's relationship had always been private. They had been together since at least 2022, long before the fame and spotlight truly found him. Catalina, who was born and raised in Michigan like Marshawn, met him when both were still figuring out their paths. Their bond grew naturally, away from cameras, and when Marshawn was drafted by the Cowboys, she was by his side. In her posts from those early days, she was seen cheering him on from the sidelines, proudly wearing his number and beaming with the kind of pride that only true love can bring. She was more than just a supportive girlfriend. She was a partner in every sense. She launched her own brand, SZN Stitches, a custom game day apparel business, inspired by her life with Marshawn. She would design and wear denim shorts printed with his image, sparkling with pride and devotion. Her brand's slogan said it all: "Where fashion meets football." It was her way of blending her creative side with the world they both loved so deeply. The photos she posted weren't just about fashion. They were about love, commitment, and two people building a shared dream. Their relationship wasn't limited to stadiums or sidelines. They traveled together, creating memories far beyond the game. Trips to Miami, Los Angeles, and Playa del Carmen filled their social feeds with joy. Every photo showed two people in love, laughing, exploring, and living with a sense of wonder that comes when life still feels infinite. But then came the night of November 5th, the night that shattered everything. According to authorities, Marshawn died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound after a chase with Texas state troopers just north of Dallas. The Dallas Cowboys confirmed his death the following morning, releasing a heartfelt statement saying, "It is with extreme sadness that the Dallas Cowboys share that Marshawn Kneeland tragically passed away. Marshawn was a beloved teammate and member of our organization. Our thoughts and prayers are with his girlfriend Catalina and his family." The news spread fast, leaving fans in disbelief and teammates devastated. Nobody could understand what could drive someone so full of potential to such a tragic end. Behind the headlines, Catalina's world collapsed. She had been the person closest to him, the one who saw both his triumphs and his vulnerabilities. People close to her say she noticed changes in his mood in the days leading up to his death. Reports later revealed that she had expressed concern about his mental state, worried that he might harm himself. Those fears, sadly, became reality. It is a haunting reminder that behind every strong face can lie invisible pain. When she finally spoke publicly, her words carried not only grief, but love. She called him "my beautiful angel," a phrase that captured both her loss and her belief that his spirit was still near her. Friends and family poured their support into her comments, writing messages of strength and reminding her that love never truly ends. but no amount of comfort could fill the emptiness she felt. Catalina's silence after that post spoke louder than any statement could. Then, only a few days later, another revelation added a bittersweet note to this tragedy. During a press conference on November 12th, Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer announced that Catalina was pregnant. She and Marshawn were expecting their first child. The room went still as the coach confirmed the news. "We want to make sure she's taken care of, and the baby is taken care of for the rest of their lives," he said. The team established the Marshawn Kneeland Memorial Fund to support Catalina and the unborn child. It was a powerful gesture, showing that Marshawn's legacy would continue, not just in memories, but in the life he left behind. For Catalina, this news means both hope and heartbreak. She will bring into the world a child who will never meet their father, but will grow up hearing about his courage, his kindness, and the love he shared with her. Every smile, every heartbeat of that child will remind her of him. It will be the hardest and yet most meaningful journey of her life, to raise their baby and keep his memory alive. Marshawn's path to success had never been easy. Born in Grand Rapids, Michigan, he played college football at Western Michigan University, where his talent quickly turned heads. His combination of power and speed made him one of the most promising defensive ends in the country. In 2024, he was drafted by the Dallas Cowboys, a moment that fulfilled a dream he had chased since childhood. He played his rookie season with passion and determination, earning the respect of teammates and fans alike. By his second year, he had scored his first NFL touchdown, a moment Catalina celebrated with tears of pride in the stands. Everyone believed his best years were just beginning. Teammates described him as humble and hard-working. Coaches spoke about his leadership and his smile, which could light up a room. He was not a man of many words, but when he spoke, it mattered. Away from the field, he was known for his quiet generosity. He often mentored younger players and participated in community programs, visiting schools and encouraging kids to believe in themselves. That is the version of Marshawn people want to remember. Not the tragedy, but the heart. Yet, as Catalina's message reminded everyone, love doesn't vanish when life ends. Her grief is now a reflection of the depth of what they shared. She spends her days surrounded by photos and memories, reliving every laugh and every touch. Friends say she listens to his favorite songs, keeps his jerseys folded neatly, and sometimes talks to him as if he were still there. It is her way of coping, of keeping him close even as she prepares to bring their child into the world. The Cowboys organization continues to stand by her. Teammates reach out regularly, reminding her she's part of their family forever. Fans send letters and gifts for the baby. Across social media, people share clips of Marshawn's highlights with messages like, "Gone too soon but never forgotten." Every one of those tributes adds a little warmth to the cold silence his death left behind. Catalina's journey from heartbreak to healing will take time. She has become the keeper of Marshawn's story, the voice of his memory, and the mother of his legacy. She carries not only her pain, but also his purpose. One day, she will sit with her child and tell the story of the man their father was, the young athlete who worked hard, dreamed big, and loved deeply. She will tell them how he made people proud, how his laughter filled rooms, and how even though he left too soon, he left behind something beautiful, them. For now, she continues to live with quiet strength. Each day is a balance between sorrow and gratitude, between what was and what remains. Her love for Marshawn hasn't faded. It has simply changed form. It now lives in memories, in dreams, and soon, in the heartbeat of their baby. Marshawn Kneeland's death is a reminder of how fragile life can be, and how even the brightest stars can burn out too soon. But his legacy, through his game, his kindness, and Catalina's unwavering love, will never fade. As Catalina once wrote, "I'll love you forever, my beautiful angel." And in those words lies the truth of this entire story. Love endures even when life does not.